Haku Strife here, and we're playing Dragon Age 2. And we just got finished on a mission last time involving Zevron. And so we're heading out. Let's go to the deep roads because we're going to go find Nathaniel. Give me 1 second to get my tablet ready so I can read your wonderful comments. And everything like that. There we are. I am now up and ready for any comments that we might have through this broadcast. So let's go. Deep roads, here we are. In here. Great. I remember this happening the last time I played this game. Nathaniel, there you are. I was watching something else on my TV earlier. I had to adjust the volume.
Nathaniel Howe.
You're the champion of Kirkwall, aren't you? And Anders.
Making friends as always, I see.
There's no escaping you, it seems.
I'm special that way.
That's one way to put it.
Yes.
Delilah says you followed my expedition's route. Why?
You went further into the deep roads than anyone believed possible. The First Warden himself ordered this investigation. I was offered a generous share of the salvage, plus extra coin up front to discourage any curiosity.
It looks like you met heavy resistance.
After the Warden Commander spared the Architect, we thought the ensuing struggle among the Darkspawn might make the deep roads safer. The Warden's allies assured us these tunnels would still be mostly clear, but it seems they were wrong.
Thanks, Phoebe. Hey, Charlie, what's up?
They seem to know a great deal about Darkspawn. Are these allies dwarves?
No, not dwarves. It's complicated. Let's just say we live in strange times.
Who is the Architect?
The Architect was the first of the speaking and thinking Darkspawn. Very dangerous. He spread his Darkspawn, the Disciples. Fortunately, their numbers are few.
We should bring your sister the good news.
I cannot leave now. When we were attacked, I was separated from the rest of my expedition. Some of them may yet live. We must go deeper into the tunnels to rescue them.
Who else could be alive?
Some Wardens survived the initial ambush. I think the dwarf we brought from Vigil's Keep survived. But who still lives? Only the Maker knows.
We have survivors to find. Let's go.
We should move. Stay alert for Darkspawn.
Okay. Going that way. That's the way we came in. Down we go. Bones, bones, bones. We're not even watching the TV show. Rebel. Okay, so this one's...
Master Hao, you live.
Temerin, good man. Are there any other survivors?
Hopefully up ahead. Well met are strangers in the belly of the earth. I hope Sir Fenley won't mind, but I set up the explosives here and there. Figured I'd blow up as many of the spawn as I could before I embraced the stone.
How did you manage to get Kunari explosives?
These aren't Kunari explosives. They're Dwarven made, and don't you forget it.
Temerin's cousin Dworkin made the explosives back in Vigil's Keep.
Aye, and that he did. Before the sodden Kunari forced him into hiding.
What were you doing with these explosives?
We were prepared to do extensive excavations around the Tig you found.
A few well-placed booms prove most efficacious at clearing rubble.
Corridors lined with explosives and darkspawn galore? It's not even my birthday.
Temerin, the way behind us is clear. Send word to the Wardens in case we don't make it.
Aye. I've set explosives all along the tunnels. Blow up as many of the sodding spawn as you can. Luck to you both.
Come on, babies.
Let's finish this!
There's a lever over here or not. Doesn't look like it.
You messed with them!
I fear we have come all this way for nothing. But my fallen comrades will be avenged. The Darkspawn are here.
Ow! That's right, big boy. You just keep going. Another ogre.
I'll deal with this!
No people back.
first time since I've been down here. I don't sense a single Darkspawn. We've won. The route to the surface should be safe now. Because of you, I will see my sister and nephew again. Please, take this with my blessing. I apologize I couldn't answer all your questions. You may have them yet in the fullness of time.
Stay safe, Nathaniel.
You as well.
Give me a second, guys. My tablet has a mind of its own. Bling. Okay. There we go. Nothing up here but rope. Can't believe it. A big room like that and they didn't give me anything. Okay. Nothing over there. I do want to go check out. There we go. We'll go to the nurse's place. Coyote Ragtime Show. It's just I have a hard time pronouncing your name. I can't read it straight. I have some problems sometimes with reading. And I just can't figure out how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
You know, you could go anywhere you like now.
I'm aware of that.
Oh, you could become a raider. You could join...
Crew of your non-existent ship?
Well, with that attitude, you're never going anywhere, are you?
But she has a ship now.
She doesn't understand. Yes, I am free. Daenerys is dead. Yet, it doesn't feel like it.
Seems like you should be dancing for joy.
I would have thought so. I thought if I didn't need to run and fight to stay alive, I would finally be able to live as a free man does. But how is that? Whatever past I had died with my sister. I have nothing now. Not even an enemy.
You're not reminiscing about the good old days of being hunted, I hope.
I wouldn't go that far. It's just difficult to overlook the stain that magic has left on my life. If I seem bitter, it's not without cause. Perhaps it is time to move forward. I just don't know where that leads. Do you?
You're still blaming magic for everything.
Think about it, Hawke. Look at what happened to your mother, your sister, so many others. Is there anyone whose life has been touched by magic that actually benefits?
No, I can't think of a single person. Well, when she benefited because she really enjoyed the circle. Vivian too. But then again, I hate to say it, but he's pretty right. But that's partly because of society and blood mages and he's pretty much right. I can think of two, but then I think again, and then it's like, wait.
You make a good point.
There are problems enough in this world without putting such power in the hands of those too weak to resist its allure. Them I fear, as should you. As should I. But what's important now is moving forward. And I knew where that led.
Well, you are right. Dagna did kind of benefit from magic, but then again, she still lost her family and her title, and she gave up everything just for that. And that does mean something, but later on, she loses things. And Inquisition, but I'm not going to say any more about that. It's just... That's a tough question.
You want the answer right now? That would spoil all the fun.
The future of a slave is never uncertain. But I am no longer a slave. Perhaps it is time I remembered that. Thank you, Hawke. Of all the things I thought to find here, a friend was not one of them. Wherever the future leads, I hope it is at your side.
Damn, I wish... romancing him, there would be, well, maybe not all over, but there would be kissing involved. Fun fact, I'm actually wearing my Fenris shirt today. I got it off of Redbubble. Well, one of my Fenris shirts. I actually drew one of them. Actually, I needed to change party members. Did I do that? Yes, I did. This one has the phrase, that Flemeth says, the chains are gone, but are you truly free? I got this one off of Redbubble.
You know, when I return to Starkhaven, you're welcome to come with me.
And do what, exactly?
You're a fine warrior. If you could train men to fight like you do, we'd be unstoppable.
I'm no leader, and I doubt humans would want me training them.
Then why not train elves? I bet there's plenty who would admire all you've accomplished.
I haven't accomplished anything.
No? You are your own man, living as you see fit. You give yourself credit.
You are being kind.
Not at all. Think about it.
Opportunity. I just thought about where we're going. We're not going there yet.
The Knight Commander has sent to Val Royeaux for the rites of annulment.
Champion, it seems you've become less a friend to the Templars in the years since your ascent. But surely you can see the Knight Commander directly now, should you wish. What would you have of me?
Everyone says the Knight Commander's gone crazy. Are you still behind her?
The people ask too much of her. She needs a spine of iron to survive her position. I have seen madness before. I saw Uldred's eyes when there was nothing human left in them. The Knight Commander. She is not there yet. But I do not have to ask where the rumors come from.
If it comes to war with the mages, whose side do you think the Grand Cleric will take?
She is bound by faith and duty to support the Templars. Divine right. But it is cruel how she leads them on, letting them think they might cancel rebellion.
I just wanted to know what an old friend is doing in this difficult time.
After what happened in Furusafo, I'd never again question the purpose of the Order. But it grows harder each day to tell whether I'm serving the Templars or only the Knight Commander. It may be that they are no longer one and the same.
Since shoes, Meredith has forgotten her duties to the Templars.
Alright, we're not gonna do this quest right now. The Loose is a quest that helps lead to the end of this game. So we have to be careful about these things. Accidentally set off the end, fail to finish off these small quests.
Is this for me? It's Pearl. Do you know what it is?
I only know that it was made by the Dalish.
It's Sylvanwood. Rare as diamonds. You only find it in very old, very wild places. The carvings tell a story of the betrayal. The Dread Wolf tricking all the gods away from the world.
Start at the beginning. What happened to the gods?
Long ago, there were two clans of gods. The Creators looked after the people. The Forgotten Ones preyed upon us. And one god who was neither. Fan Harel, the Dread Wolf. He was kin to the Creators, and in the old days often helped them in their endless war against the Forgotten Ones.
Why were they fighting?
No one knows. We barely even, let alone who struck the first blow, who was wrong. Fan Harel was clever. He could walk among both clans of gods without fear, and both believed he was one of them. He went to each side and told them the other had forged a terrible weapon, a blade that would end the war. He told the Creators it was forged in the heavens, and the Forgotten Ones that it was hidden in the abyss. And when the gods went seeking it, he sealed them both in their realms forever. Now he alone is left in the world.
Betrayal sounds bad. Next time I'll go with Flat.
It's not bad, exactly. This was made for a keeper, you see. Gone from the Dread Wolf. Is a keeper's place. It's a very sweet memento, thank you. Hell, gone on 6 years in this place and I still can't fix the holes in the roof.
You're gonna have to remember some of these lore things about the elves. By the way, it's imperative for the next game. It's not gonna do with justice. That also has to do with the in-game stuff. Let's go do Faith. Who wants to break into Vigil's Keep? Not Vigil's Keep. That's all the way near Morinthine. Oh, I'm in Ferelden. No, I mean in, the Keep. Over here. Let's go break Viscount's Keep, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, it's not. So. Look at the mage. That's why. Not anymore, it's not.
You've assembled quite the team.
Do. That's so wonderful. Da 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 da. to enjoy that. I was trying to romance Isabella this time. And depending on your party, they can really fluctuate. And so, this party is better for Fenris because the fact that it can be really hectic. But Anders goes toward mages. Anything you do with mages and that it benefits them, Fenris is not going to like it. But on the opposite side, Anders will like it. They're the majority of the most popular romances in the game. But Fenris is harder to romance than Anders. But Sebastian here is even harder and not worth the time. And I mean completely time. I've done it before. I've never really romanced Anders, but my sister has. And I've actually looked it up before. He is easier than Fenris. I've done Meryl too, and she is adorable. But those are the most popular romances, and their factions. You wouldn't believe it. I've actually gone to anime conventions, and people have actually attacked me verbally over supporting more of the Templar faction.
Sealed off since his death. A strange place for a holy sister to be.
Because I've seen both sides and everything, but I see this, like we've discussed before, I see more of the purpose behind the circle, but it could be a little bit more loose than what it is right now, in my opinion. But Fenris helped me to see more about why the Templars are necessary. And then when you go to Inquisition, it explains even more about what happens. And I'm not going to go into full detail about that because we're going to be playing Inquisition in about next week at the latest. But you get to see both sides in this game and everything, and it revolves a lot around that. Careful about who's in your party.
Even
You
the
might upset
Divine
them.
fears us now. She should. Kill the spies!
And there they are. Walking corpses. I mean, even in Origin, it does show that even children in Magic can accidentally summon something they don't want to summon.
The Resolutionists. I might have known they would be part of this.
Are you Sister Nightingale?
I am. Or you may call me Liliana. The Divine sent me to investigate the possibility of a rebellion here in Kirkwall. I have some experience in unconventional situations.
The Leliana, who accompanied the hero of Ferelden to slay the Archdemon.
Ah. I see it will be harder to remain anonymous so near the Ferelden border. Yes, I knew the hero of Ferelden. Perhaps you have heard the songs I wrote of our time together. But that was many years ago. I am working for the Divine now, in Orlais. I had not thought to return to this part of Thedas.
Who are the Resolutionists?
An offshoot of a fraternity within the Circle of Magi.
Supported by the Magisters.
There's no proof of that.
I bet a lot of mages think they'd enjoy Tevinter's freedoms, and completely forget that few ever achieve the power to enjoy them.
There have always been factions that support freedom from the Chantry, and the abolition of the Circle. We have tolerated them, but the Resolutionists have become violent. They are likely behind the unrest here.
You just said it's explained more in Inquisition, so expect some of that.
I hardly imagined the Divine's secret agent looking like you.
That is why I am effective. The Divine has long suspected that Kirkwall's problems were spurred by an outside group.
Like any mage with a brain can't come up with, let's rebel.
As if any mage with a brain couldn't conceive of anything else.
This attack proves she is right.
Are you saying you set this whole thing up?
I let word slip that an agent of the Divine was coming to investigate the mage troubles. It is how they chose to react which condemns them.
Will the Divine send soldiers?
Divine Justinia takes their very seriously. She believes it is the worst threat to Thedas since the Cunara invaded.
A handful of apostates. How can that possibly...
The whole world is watching Kirkwall. If it falls to magic, none of us are safe.
None of you?
Tell Elthina to leave. There is refuge for her at the Grand Cathedral in Orlais. She will not be safe here.
These mages...
I agree that Liliana was awesome in romance. I actually romanced everybody in Origin. I'm just trying to romance everybody in 2. I'm missing Aveline and Anders. When I romance Anders, I'm going to have to try not to get violent in my head or something. Verbally violent, I guess. Not that I go around hitting things. Not my way. I'd rather complain about it. If I can get a sword, then I can go fencing outside. Or I might talk to my stuffed bunny rabbit.
My father always said Viscount Dumar cared too much for his own importance and not enough for Kirkwall.
We'll be singing another Origin favorite, but that's gonna be a little bit.
Have you located any Qunari blades?
This is what I've found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
Okay. Chantry.
What would you say to an exciting trip to Orlais? I hear the Grand Cathedral's lovely this time of year.
What?
You were right. The Divine will be taking action against Kirkwall, though the sister didn't say what. You must take the holy relics from the Chantry and leave for safety.
Sebastian, I am surprised at you. Andraste would not thank me for saving a few dusty finger bones and my own skin at the cost of people's lives.
You keep dead people here?
The Kirkwall Chantry has guarded the remains of the martyr Devrina for 800 years. They must be protected.
Became Grand Cleric. I took a vow to the people of Kirkwall and the Free Marches. I will not leave my flock.
Would you let yourself die?
There is no greater devotion than to lay one's life at the Maker's feet. There is no better death than to take the blow for another.
You don't hear that one quoted often, do you?
Please, Your Grace. Sister Nightingale thinks there will be war.
Then, I must make peace. Settle yourself, Sebastian. I'm in no personal danger. I am Grand Cleric. Who would dare attack me?
If you will not shield yourself, then I will be your shield. You will come through this safely by the Maker's name. I swear it.
I get that mission unless you have Sebastian. And to get Sebastian, you have to actually pay for his DLC. So I might consider him an add-on. But it does help to going on in the Chantry and stuff during the time, and you get special missions and things. I do love Sebastian in a way, just not romance. Okay, the Mine Massacre, then I'm going to coast. Save the one coast for later. Let's go to the Mine Massacre. Really, you haven't done Zevran? Zevran is supposed to be the most difficult in Origin to romance. Okay. Because at the end, if you don't do it right, you actually won't get Zevran as your lumber, and it's very difficult to do it. Especially if you're playing on Xbox version, because there's a glitch, I think. I know there's a glitch when you go to Awakening if you romance him properly, but I think there's another glitch. I can't remember exactly. And also, there is an achievement if you romance all of your party members. So. Not saying that I have all the achievements. I'm actually missing like 5 of them, I think. Some of them are like bloody hard. I mean, like, they have one, or you have to take on the Varteril. I think, no, that was the Harvester and Awakening on Nightmare mode, or like harder Nightmare mode. And if you've ever seen the Harvester, that thing is wicked. Oh, save and save often. I always find it better to take over in long range.
We stand together!
Gotta watch my party members, they will die very easily like that. So that. Whoa, what the heck? What about your glitches?
Andraste, forgive me!
mana pool. This way. There's not like a... There it is. Nasty. Things are getting it. Too fast.
Out of range! Stay down! Need to get closer!
Come on, my healer.
Out of range! Need to get
I hate that they got rid of brute heal and stuff. It's like they really took away a lot of time, which is aggravating sometimes, really. Just because they made it massively hard in a lot of ways. If you have a good spellcaster or long range, you can actually attack the dragon while it's up there. But this works too. This dragon looks like he has a glow stick in his mouth. I'm so sorry, Fenders, but you look like a glow stick that he went on a rave for. Like do 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 do. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. La da 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 He seems to not like me going over here. She doesn't, I should say. I feel like there's just missing a dragon or something. They're throwing fire at me. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna show you the trick I was talking about. So you gotta be really close to the dragon over here to do this. There's only like one move that Sebastian can do. I feel Fenris. Alright, this one's nothing. Because the dragon must... Ow! you do that? Dang it, where is my team? Okay. At least he didn't go back on his perch. I just realized it's a massacre. That means Danson's dead. The guy with the orange hair. He was kind of likable. There he is, going on waves again. This pretty rave girl. Dragon's blood, okay. Dragonlings, dragonlings, dragonlings! Giving me money everywhere I go. Ha ha ha. There's nothing else on here. Okay, we're ready to leave. I know what you mean, man. We need a good rave beat to finish and like a realistic and go do 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 do. I really love Fenris. Okay, let's do justice. I actually like to go to the raves every once in a while when I go to cons. They're actually really fun. I actually almost went to the one at MetroCon.
You're to Starkhaven now.
There are greater things that need to be done, Fenris.
And what about avenging your family? Does that not need to be done?
What has my vengeance accomplished except to spill more blood? No, I must put my faith in the Maker. He will set my path before me.
I can't decide if it is certainty you have or blindness.
At least you can't decide.
I can't decide whether you should live or die. Oh, you'd probably go to heaven. So don't hang your head and cry. No wonder why my heart feels dead inside. It's cold and hard and petrified. Lock the doors and close the blinds. I'm going for a ride.
I'm going to be trying something, and I thought you'd want to be part of it. We've both been wrong. What I did with Justice was unnatural. It should never have happened.
Is there some way to undo it?
I've spent the past 3 years researching the methods of Tevinter Magisters.
Why am I not surprised?
They're the only ones who have ever sought to reverse spirit possession, not just behead the victims. I believe I have a formula for a potion that can separate Justice and me, without killing either.
Is it dangerous?
There are always dangers with magic. But I believe this will be worth the cost.
That was going to be my next question.
I knew you'd stand behind me in this. Even if...
What?
Nothing. I've gathered most of what I need, but there are some outlandish ingredients I was hoping you'd help me collect. A powder the Tevinters call Celepetre, and a small amount of Drakestone.
Is it just a potion? Is there anything more to this ritual?
No, no ritual. Just mix the ingredients up and boom. Justice and I are free. And we can take our rightful place among free mages.
What is Drakestone?
The Tevinters used to mine it for their apothecaries. There should still be deposits in the bone pit.
Where would we find Selapetre?
It's a crystal that forms from concentrated manure and urine.
Ew. We can't just buy it somewhere?
It's not used by mages here. There's no reason for any merchant to stock it. I suggest we search the sewers. There's an entrance not far from here in Darktown.
We're not looking for virgin's blood or the tongue of a hanged man or anything, are we?
Well, you know Tevinters. They can't throw a Wintersend party without a human sacrifice or two. But I promise, everything in my research says there's no blood magic involved.
Okay, there's nothing in here. And that is gross. We're gonna have to go through concentrated urine and manure. Ugh. It's bad enough when I have to clean up after my dog. It's a mess. Deathroot.
Alone in the dark.
Don't ever tell anyone I did this.
We can enter the sewers from here to look for the Selapetre. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Hold your nose. We'll have to get pretty close for me to tell what we're looking at.
No joke. You're already in my party, dude. That is a pretty bad dragon fight. Sorry, I stopped the game just because I was trying to catch up on the comments real fast. Yeah, that's a pretty bad dragon fight. Yeah, I really love the farm situation too. My family has land in my rest of so always had some animals and things. He always had pigs and chickens and cats. And he had them all, but I didn't really go in much of that.
The Selapetre should have formed right under here. Oh, I don't want to touch that. Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
I don't like the looks of this.
Out of range!
Goodness, you sexy idiot. Why did you set the trap off? That's some creepy art.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
Anyone need healing? Let's see if we can find a few more deposits.
I didn't really get to loot this side. As soon as they opened the door, they're like, yep, here you go. Enemies.
Watch your step.
My version of playing a little bit better. Because at least then you could sneak around, take out few traps and things before you actually had to go fight. Made it a lot easier.
Let's finish this. Hold tight.
Oh shoot.
Out of line. One less to worry about. It's too far.
He says that and then just face plants himself right into the guy. Sorry, Fenris. Okay.
Let's see if we can find a few more deposits. That should be plenty. Thank the Maker.
Something doesn't sound right in his voice.
Done.
I forgot to give you an injury. Alright. Okay, so yes, he might enjoy just pushing the button and setting off the trap. I mean, he could get his shits and giggles off of that. Or he could be like Charlie's beautiful, beautiful cat, Wild Boy. He's really, really handsome. He doesn't have much sense to his name, but he's so cute and soft. Oh my gosh. And like Fenris, he doesn't really care for hugs and things, so he runs. Charlie, you know I love that cat. And like my sinuses know I'm talking about a cat, they suddenly get...
Mine. Everyone is dead.
Dear Maker, what of my equipment? Did it seem salvageable?
No. And neither did the workers who died trying to save it.
Oh, my heart. So many years of investment. I am ruined. Ruined. I'm sorry, champion. I appreciate your help, but I sank all my coin into that rotten mine. I have nothing left to pay you.
Give me the bone pit. Perhaps in a few years I can get it back in order.
What? Ha! Fine, take it. I wash my hands of this cursed venture.
So we own a mine now. Alright. At least Tim and Wild Boy let me hold them. Not Wild Boy, but Colby Jack let me hold them. Wild Boy, it's more like we have a vendetta going against each other. Wild Boy sees me and he's like, oh no, there she is! And he runs and runs and runs and hides.
We
And
still
then
need the
I
Drake
find
Stone
him.
from the Bone Pit.
And then I find him and we play Can She Catch Me? And then I finally catch him and he's like, ah! And then he's like, okay, you caught me. Meanwhile, Tim and Colby Jack just are like,
I hope the rest of the
okay.
dragons haven't on the market. Are you ready to go in?
Tim and Wild Wild, and then Colby Jack are like, okay, you can hold me. Especially Colby Jack. Colby Jack likes me.
Ready as I'll ever be.
We'll have to look for Drakestone deposits along the sides.
Why do you do the? I had it in my party. It was perfect.
I don't like the looks of this.
Spiders. Spiders. Always with the spiders. Seriously, I should think about being at Spider Age. I see more spiders in this game than I ever do dragons. Or well, the corpses and the spiders are the majority of what I see.
This looks like a
Very
Drakestone
rarely.
deposit. I need a scraping from the deepest part. There should be more further in.
Very rarely do I ever see a dragon. I do enjoy a good dragon fight, though. And that's one thing Inquisition has. Good dragon fights.
There should be more further in.
And they are very, very, cruel. If you're not the proper level for it, those things will kill you. Well, that's true in any of the games, though. On my Xbox right now, the picture I have on my background is actually from Inquisition. And it's the Sandy Howler dragon, and it's really cool. I caught in just the right moment with my camera on there, and I caught it right when it was starting to rise up and strike. Cool. I don't remember what party members I had on there because it was a part of the picture. Remember Dorian was there. I love Dorian. I really needed to work on that picture, that painting I'm working of him.
There should be more further in.
I mean, Dorian is funny in a lot of ways, along with being a prissy pants, but he's a good prissy pants. No! That's what I get for not going to the shops. Okay, equipment is better than random junk.
Trap!
Expecting spiders.
There should be more further in.
Done.
Dang it, I pressed the A button.
Need to get closer!
Once was a big enormous spider called Monstrous Spider. It lived until I killed it. I also think I need to work on Vengeance's defense just a wee bit. Hey! Where did Hawk go? Woohoo! I am one with the spider. Okay. Enough being an idiot. Okay, so what is over this way?
All set.
Hello, chest. We're gonna go to the Black Emporium after this and get rid of some of this junk on us.
Watch
See if
your
there's any
step.
crafting materials we missed.
Done.
I wonder how they ever got anything done in here. With all the spiders, the dragons, the corp... You know, all the fun things. Let's see. Well, that's a matter of opinion. On the spiders. May I remind you of last night where I went and fled into the side of the bed and got in fetal position while hiding from that other spider. I'm not much for spiders. Okay, let's go. Give him a little bit more world power and cunning. Let's go up a little bit. I just do not do spiders. Sword and shields. Let's see. So he already has sabotage going for him. Let's go with sabotage then. Hey, it's a crate. Need to get out of here. I can't pass up loot. The loot and I are friends. We're almost lovers.
Thank you. I wouldn't have asked just anyone to venture in there for me. There is one more thing. But we must discuss it privately.
I know you're joking, dude. Just can sound like I'm out of it sometimes about that stuff. Alright, Andrews wants us to go see him privately. In his clinic, that sounds ominous. I forgot to put that up. Anybody else thinks that sometimes that Anders and Fenris and all of them need to listen to like 60s and 70s music about how we all should get along and not fight? Not just them, like everybody in Kirkwall needs to hear like how they need to mellow out.
There is one more thing I would ask of you, Hawke. And I can't tell you why. I must get inside the Chantry without being seen. Will you talk to Rick for me? Distract her long enough for me to do what must be done.
What do you want me to talk about?
Food? The weather? What does it matter? No, talk of mages. Give her one final chance to hear what we have suffered. To pick a side. Perhaps she'll be more inclined to listen to you.
Tell me your plan.
You would not thank me if I told you. If you support freedom for mages, help me. That's all I can say.
And this is... I just want to scream at him.
What is it you don't want me to see?
You said you believe in me, and again you have shown your support for mages. Then trust me now. I am doing only what is necessary.
Was this ever about you and Justice? Or have you lied this whole time?
I lied. There is no potion. But what we have gathered will bring freedom for more than just me and Justice. It will help mages throughout Thedas. In the face of that, one lie means little.
I can't act blindly. Tell me your plan.
I am taking a risk. I would not see you drawn into it. But maybe your support of mages ends at talk. It's easier to support freedom if no one must die to achieve it. You cannot pretend friendship, then stop now.
Being a friend doesn't mean I have to agree with your every decision.
You cannot care for me and despise what I stand for. I am the cause of mages. There is nothing else inside me. Will you aid us now? Or does your support stop at the Chantry door?
That's unfair. I will not be blackmailed into aiding some mad scheme. You're on your own.
I have always been on my own. For a time, I just forgot.
Oh yeah, I took some serious hit with Anders, but I do not care. And later on, find out why. That's all I will say on that matter. Alright, we're gonna start on this. So we gotta go, and then to go talk to Meredith. Where was it, Orsino?
I took this fire gland from a high dragon just outside the city.
You killed a high dragon? Incredible. Let me see the fire gland.
It was either her life or mine. I chose mine.
And that I am glad to hear. This fire gland is a remarkable specimen. Wait here. I know exactly what I can craft from this. This turned out beautifully. Something worthy of our champion. I hope you can put it to good use.
Oh, here it is. I need a ring and a belt. So as long as it's better for him. Change his belt out. I like the whole money thing. These 2 rings, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do the one with. Let's go ahead and sell my junk though. Does everyone give us? I want to hold on to that. Hold on to this. Whoa! I did not know we had that much money on us. 124 gold. So we are visiting Meredith.
Welcome.
Always a pleasure. And may I say that outfit was a wise choice.
I do not wear the way it looks, champion.
No, that's to be an accident.
This is no social. There was an incident within the gallows. Royd and several mages took the opportunity to... We've recovered most of the... However, I require your assistance in...
How did the phylacteries get destroyed?
An insurrection. Several of my own Templars orchestrated the escape, presumably out of sympathy for the mages. They turned their backs on their duty and endangered their charges, as well as the city. Thankfully, most who escaped fled to their families and offered no resistance. The last 3 are proving more...
Since you're turning to me, should I assume the Temp disappeared?
The apostates are being sheltered by their families. Some have been reluctant to talk to Temp. You are another matter. The people of Kirkwall, they will be more honest for you than for us.
Look at that sword on her back. Full of... yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
I was expecting resistance after the debacle at the market. Talk to these mages' families. Learn where they are hiding and find them before they do harm. Or death, the only kindness we can offer. Speak to my assistant, Elsa. She can tell you whatever you need to know about the fugitives. I bid you good day, champion.
This game came out in 2000, and here is Elsa. Blonde hair.
Of Kirkwall. Knight Commander Meredith has informed me that you will be tracking down the apostates on behalf of the Templars. There are 3 of them. Huon, Emil, and Evelina.
Does Meredith have a tranquil assistant?
Can do to mages. She likes to rub our faces.
To be efficient and single-minded. I, in particular, am extremely organized.
Are the apostates blood mages?
The Knight Commander suspects this, yes. The Knight Commander tends to assume all apostates practice blood side of caution.
Tell me what you know about Emile.
Is Emile de Lancey, son of the Comte de Lancey. De Lanceys have a home in Hightown, but are often out during the day. They are
Lars.
The Comte and Comtesse say they have not seen Emile since he was a child.
Know about the de Lanceys?
Comte Guillaume, minor noble from Orlais. He and his wife came to the decades ago, at age 6. He was apprehended in the air. His wife, niece, dressmaker in Lowtown.
Have the Templars spoken to her?
Yes. Nisa insists she has not seen one since she joined the Circle.
Hiding among the other elves?
The Templars' searches uncovered nothing. The Templars have also concluded that few other elves would risk hiding him. Huon was taken many years ago. Most of the alien... Evelina was trained for 8 years in the Circle in Ferelden. She was last seen in her former residence among the refugee community in Darktown.
Kirkwall.
Evelina claims to have fled the Blight, not the Circle. She presented herself to the First Enchanter and asked to take her place here. Our file petitioned Meredith for financial support of numerous other pre-adolescent Blight survivors.
Templars run her into Dark.
Yes, they tracked her, but she killed several pursuers. The Templars believe she is the most dangerous apostate.
I have all the information.
Good luck on your search, champion.
She has blue eyes. Her name's Elsa. But we can't know what kind of magic she has because she's tranquil. But it's Disney purpose, like free. Really cool how they did this building. And appreciate the art. I can't remember the words very much to that song. No, but I can't remember it very much. Oh man, this was so much better.
Greetings, Monsieur. Are you seeing to a customer to help you?
You could tell me about your husband, Huon. That would be helpful.
When the hadn't seen Huon in 10 years. But after they left, he came to me. He wanted me to hide him. I used to dream of him returning. but not like this. He's changed, and I don't know him anymore. I sent him away.
You, female, because the female was like, I want us to be covered in sequins and whatever.
Only broke my heart.
How has Huon changed?
Elven power. He frightened me.
Did you see him use any magic? Perhaps blood magic?
I don't know. I don't think he used magic.
Did you see him?
I don't know.
Slipped.
I don't think he used magic on me.
So you hadn't seen him since he left you?
Huon didn't leave me. He was taken. The Templars found out he was a mage, trained him, and dragged alienage. Now I'm trapped in this sham. Married, but with no husband and no future.
Do you know where?
I don't know. He disappeared. But Huon said he would return to take me away from this forever.
Empty promises.
I don't know what he means, and I am afraid there.
Help if I returned. I'll make sure you're safe.
I would be grateful. Huon said he would come to the alienage soon. Are you going to arrest him? I think he needs help. Maybe the Circle will be able to heal what ails him.
Autosave. Something bad's gonna happen.
Huon.
Hush, love. Don't be afraid. Your blood will bring new life to our people.
Ugh.
She was so beautiful.
Someday I'd like to go one sane mage, just 1 week.
I'm a visionary. I've seen our destiny. I know what fate holds for the elves. The humans keep us down because they're afraid of the magic Nissa held inside her. She was just afraid to...
It's always the same. Always. Must we come?
Out of range!
Nobody has anything to say, poor lady. Everybody. At least thinking that Fenris would have something to us. Why are they just standing there? I thought that was ominous, and next thing we know, I get a shit. I don't want to tick. I had a tick before. Have fun. Do I need it once? I think it gave me like 7 or something. Maybe I'm exaggerating. That helped person. Yeah, I thought that was ominous. Which... about Huon? The next mage, you should remember her from Act 2, Tom Wise, the poison maker. She was right over. She was right over here, Tom Wise. Last time.
We got nothing here. You'd get back to Hightown and leave us alone.
Blood mage. And I thought Evelina...
Evelina was our mother. Evelina found us when the Darkspawn came, when our parents died. She made sure we got to Kirkwall safely.
I miss her.
But when she went to join the Circle here, they called her apostate. They locked her up. Everyone died in the Blight. Evelina kept picking us up, new children every day, everyone she could save.
Do the Templars know you're here?
I don't care. They...
Didn't she want...
She didn't want us to be stuck in Darktown. She wanted to give us a real life. She thought the Circle would help her, but they just locked her...
You came from Ferelden?
Yes, until we got here, I thought we were the only ones who had survived. No one can help her.
The Templars made Evelina right. They made her... When it was over, she was ashamed. She ran into the tunnels and hid.
Shut up, Cricket. Don't tell them that. She'll know we told angry at us.
Angry? I didn't like when she got angry. We have to hide.
Cricket!
Don't worry, be happy now. Do 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 do. That was close. I get to his okay, somehow or another. Oh, close. He turned off the timer. I tell you, there's mages everywhere that use blood magic in this temple. It's just as bad as the Templars here. Every circle is different, is what they always said.
Trap! Done!
You're so fluffy today.
What are you doing here?
I thought if we warned her about you, she wouldn't be angry. But then she...
Walter...
She's coming! Run!
There you are. Don't run from me, Walter. You know those are the rules.
Funny. In my house, we always felt running away from violent madwomen was a good thing.
These are my children. You and your kind abandoned them. You're Ferelden, like us. But you feast on sweetmeats while your people starve in the Undercity. That's on you, traitor.
And on the pathetic was this all should be my children will have a whole city to play in.
Oh. I just don't want to try this. I thought it was one of death. And that worries me. It's one of the big balls of
I don't
death.
understand. Evelina loved us. She's... Why would she try to hurt us now?
Evelina would never hurt you, child. That was a demon. Remember her as she was. A brave, kind, loving woman.
I'll try.
Pray for her soul, child. The Maker may have mercy even now.
This isn't going to stop. The Tand. They make us take
like Evelina did. I just don't know what we'll do now.
Take and use it wisely.
Thank you, Miss Eyre. I should for a long time.
The whorehouse. Welcome to the Hotel California. Hotel California. Right by. Nah. Hello. Where did that little thing hide? I'm my own blood. Not witness anyway. I left her at home. Seriously, left her at home. At her home. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna have Amsterdam's in my head all night.
Hightown much. I sort of stick out.
We all stick out, Fenris. The way we're there dressed. Exactly. Amsterdam's awesome. Yeah, she definitely needs a Tinder profile.
You look lovely tonight, my lady.
Oh, you are too kind. I am so honored to have the champion in my home.
If he's the fifth
I will
son,
call for refreshments.
and she has like 4 daughters,
Talia?
2 or 3. How does she keep that body?
Oh, she is so slow, this girl. Come, let us chat while we wait.
Thank you for your hospitality, Comtesse. I need to speak to you about Emile.
Hospitality? This? Oh, it is a disgrace. If you had just sent a message to say you were coming. I haven't seen us taken to the circus, just 6. You can't worry. I am sure Emile will turn himself in soon. Good boy.
Dulcie, what have you done? You should have told the boy to throw himself at the mercy of the Templars.
Guillaume!
Don't darling me, Dulcie. He's been telling people he's our son, that you gave him gold.
Guillaume! Darling, we have guests.
Don't stop on my account. This is fascinating.
I didn't mean to lie to you, champion. I barely saw Emile. I didn't think it was worth mentioning. I gave him some money. Not too much. He said he wanted to start a new life.
New life? His new life is spent in low-town taverns, getting drunk on cheap wine. It's a wonder the Templars haven't found him yet. Help us, please, champion. Emile is not a blood mage, just a foolish boy. Don't let the Templars kill him.
Blood mage? Oh, Guillaume, don't say that.
Please, save my son's life.
If there is a way to help Emile, I will find it.
Thank you, champion. An acquaintance spied Emile in the Hanged Man not long ago. He should still be there.
The Hanged Man? Oh, but that place is filthy.
Come, Dulcie. Perhaps you should lie down.
Well, blood is actually French, so technically speaking, I have more French blood than anything. So technically speaking, I'm a French lady. I can't say that I have very many secrets, though. Maybe a few, just nothing I would want to talk about in like company. There's so many pages out here. They're everywhere. Like, everywhere. There's like 4 of them just then. One, 2, 3. I was right. There was 4 of them. Okay. Time to go back to the gallows, I guess. To go tell Meredith. Oh, no, wait, no, we gotta go to the Hangman first. Then we go tell Meredith what's going on.
Face to forget, but do I know you, Qunari?
Talva Shoth, once of the Wounded Coast. I had left my fellows. You convinced me to turn on them. It was long ago. I am now Maras, mercenary of Kirkwall. Time has been kind to your name, champion.
What were we talking about? I was too busy staring at his manly figure.
So, interested in some work?
But not with you.
Why?
I do not work for those with titles. They do not have jobs, they have causes. And for more stand against you. Means nothing. I have no role, except for...
Is that good or bad?
Is.
Do I have to worry about...
I felt no kinship to those dead when they lived. You pushed, but the killing was my choice. It led to many more, for many reasons. So no, you and I are not enemies.
I'm surprised to see any Qunari or Talva Shoth in the city.
They were meant to. Many Talva Shoth were also currents as my skill. Was comfortably in a hawk.
Hey, how'd you know my name? I gave her my Lance signet range for a kiss. And tonight she's going to make me a...
I'd imagined it...
He's lived in the Circle all his life. He can't in the real world.
You are?
Female.
For you. I'm also helping the tempt Emile de Lancey. And here you are.
Oh, buggery. This is about... because I thought it would make me dangerous and... suave.
Do you have a death wish? You grew up in the Circle. You know what the Templars do to blood mages.
You don't understand. Since I was 6. 6! 20 years I was locked up. Never had a drink or... Never.
The Ferelden Circle's more fun. Oh, that was before.
It's a girl.
Well,
that is a story.
No, just that. I've read some of the things you can do with girls.
This is an act. The mage makes himself out to be harmless.
No, I think he's really that pathetic.
You can't run.
I'll make you give me one night. Just one night. One of the tavern girls, Nella. I even paid for a room. Please, chains after.
Why don't you start small and leave the chains for when you're more experienced?
Huh?
Just go do whatever.
Even I know that. That must be hot.
Get back to the Templars.
You're a sailor like...
All the way back office. Alright. Log off.
I'm led to believe that unfortunate, but necessary. And himself in. Rather immediately. Do you believe Emile?
Stupidity.
His father implied as much. Very well. Emile will, though I will watch.
Wait. Pay us and send us on our way. Not a single thought given to the fact that you Templars brought all of this upon yourselves.
Huon and Evelina were entirely innocent then.
So the Templars are absolved of all responsibility? Big an idiot.
And you'd seriously be blind to what just happened.
Be very mage. Your friendship with the champion protects you only so much.
The time, Anders.
Not now. When?
We do what we think is best for this city, mage. That is all we can do. I bid you good day.
Rescuing Good Luck Emporium. I really want to work on my team coming up.
Look around.
I'm putting it off.
So many.
It's like I have a lot of work in it already. I really want to try to work on it some more. Oh, we got some death root. We used a lot of health potions in that dragon fight. I think while at Hawk's house, we're gonna do something. I need a man though. Make sure everybody's leveled up, doing good. Well, good time with them, with the Joneses, as it were. Elemental magic, Constitution. Specialist. Go through the inventory, start. Apparently, hey, he has a full slot. Evelyn almost has all of hers. Same with Meryl, that's great news. Rings, okay. Yikes. Alright. So, she needs a pendant and a ring. She has her new ring over here somewhere. There it is. So belt. Belt, and that should. Apparently I need to talk to Eric when I get a little cutting up to 30. Rexity again. Is he wearing? I didn't know. I'm glad I don't have to look at it. So she needs a belt and a ring. Sorry, babe, but you got the resistance. Alright, so let's go talk to Varric.
Courses. This one, less than 2 years. It never happened.
Idiot.
Got a minute, Hawk? I know this is ancient history, but remember that Hightown house Bartrand barricaded himself in? Bartrand doesn't exactly need the place now that he's in the sanitarium. I've been trying to sell it.
I can only imagine there's a huge market for the homes of deranged killers.
Well, the creepy sort of people who are interested are generally not the ones with the coin to take it off my hands. And a noble in Ravane who bought the place sight unseen.
Seen the place, I'd expect like the corpses in the hall.
I may have neglected a colorful past to the buyer. They've noticed some minor problems. Voices whispering in the walls, apparitions, things moving on their own. From the deep roads. We smash it, and the haunting stops.
What happens if we do nothing?
Best case, they drag me before the Seneschal and accuse me of fraud. Case involves Antivan crows.
Ooh.
Hawk, I'm a businessman. Now and then, I shoot people. I don't know anything about it. It's entirely possible that even if I find the thing that's caught, I won't be able to stop it on my own.
I'm not an expert on hauntings, but what if smashing something make the problem go away?
That's where things get tricky. You come from a family with magic. You must have experience dealing with the weird. I'm sure you'll be able to figure...
Very well. We'll investigate the mansion.
You wouldn't let me down.
Let's see here. Open. This one opens.
Moved another bunch
All
of
set.
lives.
John you, Sarah Hawk. We friends are indeed friends of yours.
Don't ingest the merchandise. It's not recommended.
No.
Okay, we'll have to haunt it later. What is our journal saying? Where? So, by the chantry. Alright, we gotta go by the chantry real fast. Ooh, my hair is so fluffy. I washed it this morning and it's so fluffy. I love it when it gets all fluffy. Then I can play with it and try not to knot it. Oh my gosh, this thing knots. I have really long hair and it will really knot itself up if I'm not careful.
If Althena won't leave Kirkwall, neither will I. I can't abandon her when the Divine's own agent warned her away.
The Grand Cleric is lucky to have your loyalty.
She'd be luckier were I willing to hit her over the head and carry her away. This isn't her battle. But if these Maleficarum rebel against the Knight Commander, Althena will put herself between them and be torn apart. I must try to make her see reason. This cannot end well.
Okay, stop by Hawk's house. I wonder how many crafting resources I have until I'm ready. Seeing one glitter dust and Philanderous. Oh my goodness, Philanderous is very, very rare. And hard to find. So I'm seeing one. Red Chalum. It's hard to find too, but not as hard as Philanderous. And Lyrium. Not too bad. Alright, we almost have all the crafting items.
You'd almost never know little Arana was even here. So quiet. It's very shiny.
Alright. I didn't start Best Served Cold yet. Whoa, that second accusation. Are you actually sleeping with the captain of the city guard? Whoa.
Well, woof to you too.
Alright. We'll just go for now. Come with me in the twilight of a summer night for a while.
Let me guess. That's your final answer?
3 mages, Ferelden, and you have intervened to protect them. To do so. What other answer did you expect, Your Majesty?
A maybe might have been nice.
I do not deal in maybes. I deal in cold, hard facts. as should you. Perhaps when Ferelden next chooses a king, it will be one that takes his duty to the Maker seriously.
Well, that was awkward.
That's just Meredith's idea of Kirkwall hospitality.
Really? Kirkwall brutality? You must rip the skin off your face, then.
This is the champion of Kirkwall.
Right, I'm Alistair. King of Ferelden. And this is Tegan, my uncle. Sort of.
I'm actually Tegan. I'm only...
Say, weren't you a Grey Warden once?
It's the rumor. Wait. Weren't you?
That's the rumor.
Huh. Get around. I was hoping better timing before being emasculated by Meredith, but I'm not picky.
It's not often I get called on to meet with foreign leaders.
I know you came here, a Ferelden refugee that did well for himself. Against all might be of use. Things haven't been going well with Orlais. Without a Viscount here, however, there's only the Knight Commander to deal with.
You were having an argument about mages?
Yes, well, so we're in disagreement. That means they're like that.
Better off in Ferelden.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Sadly, I don't control the Circle. I can only deal with mages outside the Circle, of which there are...
Aren't they in your kingdom? Why not just kick the Templars out?
Said than done.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Perhaps something.
We'll see. Weldon had a blight to contend with, remember? We're not exactly at our strongest.
You were having an argument about mages?
Well, so we're in this, they get nasty. I know. The blight devastated the kingdom, and afterwards, well, it hasn't exactly been peaceful. They're welcome back. So many years away, would you still consider it home?
My home now.
I understand. Ferelden's loss.
War, then?
I hope not.
You're more optimistic than I am.
Empress Celine is doing her best. Isn't the most stable place right now.
What's happened?
Oh, the usual. Attempted assassinations, uprising, fancy parties with stinky cheeses. Apparently, some Orlesians think it would be grand to get their lost province back.
Well, we won't let them swoop down on us, will we?
That's right. Swooping is bad.
When we met Morgan, if you guys remember, Origins, when we first met her, he says the same thing about swooping is bad because she was by herself.
Hypothetically speaking, you could fix the no Viscount situation.
What?
It's tempting, but I'm sorry to say that my support won't mean the Templars. I suppose do is protect Kirkwall. It will take someone like you to keep it from falling apart.
Just me standing between the city and disaster, huh?
Oh, it isn't pretty. Well, I suppose we should be getting back.
We should. The hero of Ferelden should be back in Denerim by now.
You're always so formal. He has a name, you know.
Nobody ever... His name was Bert.
You have no Viscount. It's clear you're suffering without sufficient leadership.
That doesn't grant default authority to you or your commander.
It would be easier if you cooperated.
Wouldn't it?
Guard, Captain.
Trouble?
Yes. He's been hounding me. These Templars strut around as it is, but now it's just...
He could be fishing for eggs.
Getting one from me.
Callan has heard.
What are you talking about?
Word is you're coddling your men. Someone does. Enough to write to the Knight Captain.
And you an answer. If they think I'm coddling anyone, it'll be my husband, Donnic. You and I will intercept his patrol. Then you can see for yourself if I'm coddling him. Any in my command.
I don't have to see. I already believe you.
That's not the impression. You raised the doubt, so you get to play messenger. Hawke, me and you, tonight. Accuse me of being soft. Not in this lifetime.
Try.
Alright guys, I'm going to save. We're heading. I will do more with whatever else. Alright, I'll catch you later. Haku Strife is out.